or if you're a woman, it seems like some people need to be slapped. And you know why I can say that? Because all of you women out there may have gotten slapped by your mama or your daddy. You know what I'm saying? They slapped you because you was fresh out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So this is to say that sometimes people need to get slapped. You know what I mean? I get it. However, I don't approve of men slapping or hitting women. Now, if a woman has ignited it and she attacked dude and dude said, yo, don't hit me, and then she hit him again, well, now she's fair game. Now she's fair game for it. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I would say I understand if she got murked. You know what I'm saying? She got hit or whatever. Because sometimes, you know, like women, they get people killed too, right? And they get people jumped too. So sometimes, like, I get that part. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't approve of men hitting women. I don't approve of that. I don't approve of domestic violence. I think if your man feels like he needs to hit a woman or slap a woman, you're better off just taking a walk. What happens is you need to be active, right? A man needs to be active and he needs to take a walk. You don't need to be slapping the hell out the woman. I get it though, you want to. You know what I'm saying? But now, when your job is a boxer, my understanding is that your hands are registered weapons. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a boxer, man. Lightweight champion boxer. So, I don't think it's great to, and this is not to say, she may not have done something to warrant it, but, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can avoid it as a man, please just, get out the house and take a walk and, you know what I'm saying? Even if you punch a wall, I think that could even be problematic. If the police come through and they see that you punched a wall, that could be looked at as intimidation, dumb stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, this is not fantastic. One should not attack women, man. Women, people, like, regardless, I don't think it's great to attack women. I lived in the house seeing domestic violence, and I didn't love it. And I said in my head, two things I would not do is I would not get drunk. So that's why I don't drink. I would not get drunk, and I would not hit on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll grab a woman. I'll grab her. You know what I'm saying? You might have to grab her. You know what I mean? If they attack you, you might have to hold her, keep her from attacking you. You know what I'm saying? But to hit her, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. So I'm not with that. All right? So hopefully they can get that whole situation squared away. Because I hate domestic violence with a passion. Please do not hit your spouses. Women, keep your fucking hands to yourselves. Because I am under the impression that women hit men a lot more than men hit women. I can't quantify it. Wait, let me ask ChatGPT. Let me ask AI. I know AI hallucinates, but let me just ask. I'm gonna say, do men hit women more or the reverse? I'm gonna say domestic violence wise. I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine whoever is more emotional is the one that is more inclined to hit. You understand what I'm saying? People that are hyper emotional, or I don't even want to say hyper emotional, whoever is more emotionally driven will attack, like, violently. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say men that are super violent, right? Aggressively violent, I say them muckers is some sensitive ninjas. You know what I'm saying? ChatGPT says, short answer, men are more likely to physically injure women in domestic violence. Oh, well, there goes that. But both men and women commit acts of domestic violence depending on how it's defined and measured. Based on statistics, severe domestic violence and men are more often the perpetrators. Women are more likely to be seriously injured, hospitalized, or killed by their intimate partners, especially in heterosexual relationships. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men have experienced severe physical violence by an intimate partner. Women and men report similar rates of less severe forms of physical aggression. Well, there I have it. Okay? Men are less likely to report abuse due to shame, stigma, or being disbelieved. Women are more likely to report, especially if they feel unsafe. If you're asking about injury power control dynamics, men more often abuse women. Men Get your ish together. Okay? Stop beating on these damn women. What the hell's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Damn. Somebody gotta tell you that. You got more physical power than women. Women, watch your mouths. Watch your mouths, okay? She's like, well, no, that mean that. Well, watch your mouth. But, oh, yeah, shut up. Don't tell me to shut up. Stop trying to control me. Stop trying to control me. Okay, my bad. What we got over here, man? The game. The game has stated that the reason he was not invited or included in the Big Cup Super thing, right? You know, like the football thing, is that he is not a quote-unquote safe artist. Take a listen to what he meant by that. Take a listen real quick.
Real reason I wasn't on the Super Bowl is because I'm not a safe artist. You know for a fact that there's out there in the hood that never made it to the NFL that can run faster than Pac-Man Jones and they can catch me. But you might have had a bad attitude, cussed out the wrong coach. You ain't getting a visit because, you know what I'm saying? Because this was a safer athlete. It's like the Super Bowl. The real reason I wasn't on the Super Bowl is because I'm not a safe artist. You don't know what game gonna do when you get up there. So it's just like, he not safe. So they went with the safe art.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So essentially, he's a loose cannon. Right? Kind of, sort of? Like a loose cannon. He's not generally consistent in his behavior. He's like a chair that might turn into the jaws of an alligator at any given moment. You understand what I'm saying? He's like what they say Georgia weather is like. You know, you need a bomber jacket in the morning, right? A tank top in the afternoon, some rain boots for 3 to 4 o'clock, and a champion sweater at dusk. Okay? With some shorts on. Listen, man. There's a time when unpredictability is necessary, right? With people. But for the most part, consistency is important because it brings stability. Don't you love the fact that the sun comes up every morning? You know what I'm saying? Like when things are not stable, okay? Like your job or the economy, folks don't want to cuff with it. Now, so I mean, that's why like dudes that are loose cannons are unpredictable in their behavior. You really can't bank on them. You can't bank on them. Everyone banks with the safe option. Who wants something that is unstable? Very little people. You understand? I mean, here's the thing, man. I like the game. You know what I'm saying? I seen him help out in the community during times of crisis, which was relatively, I didn't expect it, but you know what I'm saying? He speaks out. Okay, when there's like social issues going on as an artist, I think bro is heat with it. You know what I mean? Lyrically, I think he's got skills. Okay, and he's got an excellent voice on the mic. I kind of get him confused with Nas. You don't get him confused with Nas? Listen to his last album. You'll see what I'm talking about. I thought almost every song was featuring Nas. I was like, wait, he got Nas on this track? No, it was him. Okay, it was like Game is like if Nas went West Coast gangster. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to it. If you sitting right here looking at me crazy, like I don't know what I'm talking about. I think it's good. Actually, his album is called Drill. His last album, I think, is called Drillmatic. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you hear that song one time, I think it might be the first song. One time, so you're gonna be like, wait, Nas? Nope. That's Game. By the way, we covered the last few stories with Nicki Minaj, right? Throwing shots at Roc Nation's Desiree Perez, okay? She took a swipe at Megan Thee Stallion and took a clap at Jay-Z and stated that everyone that calls him Hove is committing blasphemy against the supreme Jehovah God. I am. You understand what I'm saying? She shortly after posted that she was banned from Instagram after coming from Roc Nation, which I found to be interesting. It appears she's looking to hop on another platform outside of Instagram. I seen her calling Casanat to ask about streaming, and now she's appeared to have called Aiden Ross to pick his brain. You know what I mean? Take a listen to this phone call real quick.
The pros.
Yeah, okay. Nikki, I just want to say it's a pleasure to finally connect and talk to you. I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying? I know you get this a lot, but yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Nikki. So the pros, in my opinion, is because I know you like to talk your shit and just be you. And I feel like you don't gotta worry about any getting in the way, if that makes sense. Like you could just kind of do that, be you. You don't have to worry about bans or any of that. Your fans don't have to watch ads either. Like they don't have to pay to subscribe. And in my opinion, like nowadays everything is all clipping. Everything is kind of on TikTok, shorts, everything, reels, Instagram reels. So no matter what, whatever you stream on Kick, the discoverability may not be as good as Twitch, but they're gonna see the clips everywhere regardless. For you, for your fan base, because I know how they are, I think they would enjoy Kick if you make it Kick basically. Like you do Kick because you're so free to do and say whatever you want.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, there you have it. Twitch, Kick, get ready. Nicki Minaj is about to show up. You know what I'm saying? She about to come and make a big bag streaming. Okay? Hey, look, man, however, like, you know, streaming is a new wave now, it seems, right? It seems like that's the new wave, okay? By the way, hit us with a like. Folks have been showing up in my comments talking about they can't see the video. They don't see the video. I think a lot of times people don't see the video because YouTube is like, oh, if you're not liking it, then maybe it's not a likable video. You see what I'm saying? And then I got, you know, some of my people is like, well, maybe it's because you mentioned God too many times. And I'm like, I hope that ain't the case. Hit us with a like. You know what I'm saying?